All right, today we're going to dive into something that's incredibly important, but maybe not something you think about every day, the official rulebook for making drugs here in the United States. We're going to break down what's known as 21 CFR Part 210, which is really the set of regulations that make sure our medicine is safe and effective. So let's jump right in. So let me just ask you this. How can you really be sure that the medicine you take is actually safe and that it's going to work not just once, but every single time? I mean, when you think about it, you're putting an enormous amount of trust into that little pill. So what is it that's really backing up that trust? Well, it turns out there is a rule book for that, a very important one. It's called Current Good Manufacturing Practice, or CGMP for short. And you can think of this as the non-negotiable set of rules that every single drug maker has to live by. Now, CGMP lays out the minimum requirements, and that word minimum is really key. This isn't about telling companies how to innovate. It's about setting a baseline, a safety net that basically says you cannot fall below this standard, period. It covers everything, the facilities, the methods, the controls, the whole shebang, to make sure every drug is made correctly every time. You know, I love this analogy. It's like having the master recipe and the health code for a 5-star restaurant all rolled into one. Every single step is controlled to make sure that dish, or in our case, that medicine, comes out perfectly. Nothing at all is left to chance.
Okay, so what are all these rules trying to accomplish? What do they actually guarantee for every single drug that's out there on the market? Let's break down the core principles.
At its heart, CGMP makes 5 basic promises. Number 1, the drug has to be safe. 2, its identity has to be correct. It is what it says it is. 3, it has the right strength. 4, it meets all quality standards. And finally, number 5, it has to be pure, which just means it's free of any contaminants or junk that shouldn't be in there. Now, how in the world do you make sure millions and millions of pills are all exactly the same? Well, that's where this concept of a batch comes in. A batch is just a specific amount of a drug made all at once, in a single production cycle. And the whole point is to make sure every unit in that batch has the exact same character and quality. The first pill is identical to the very last one. So whose job is it to check every batch and make sure it's perfect? That's the quality control unit. And this is so important. The regulations actually require every single company to have a specific person, or even a whole team, whose only job is quality control. They're the gatekeepers, the ones responsible for making sure everything is up to snuff.
Okay, so we get what the rules are and why they matter. But who exactly has to follow them? Let's take a quick look at the scope.
The short answer, pretty much everyone who touches the drug along the way. We're talking manufacturing, processing, packing it up, even just holding or storing it, labeling, testing. If you're part of that chain, these regulations apply to what you do. It's an incredibly comprehensive system. But here's a really practical part of the rule. It basically says you only have to worry about the parts you're actually doing. So if your company only puts the labels on the bottles, you only need to follow the rules for labeling. You don't have to stress about the manufacturing regulations. It makes things a lot more focused and, frankly, a lot more manageable. Okay, so rules are great, but what happens if a company cuts corners or just fails to follow them? What are the consequences? Well, as you're about to see, they are quite serious. If a drug isn't manufactured according to CGMP, it all comes down to one legal term, adulterated. And that is a very, very serious label. Now, when you hear that word adulterated, you might think something harmful was physically added to the drug, but that's not always what it means legally. It can simply mean the company failed to follow the CGMP rulebook, and because of that failure, the drug's safety and quality can't be guaranteed. So from a legal perspective, it's considered impure or unsafe. So what happens next? Well, there are 2 main targets for regulatory action. First, the drug product itself can be targeted, which often leads to recalls. But it doesn't stop there. The person or the company responsible for that failure can also be targeted. There's real accountability built right into the system. So at the end of the day, what's the bottom line? CGMP isn't just some boring regulatory checklist. It is the absolute foundation of the trust we have in the medicines we rely on every day. It's all about protecting public health and ensuring patient safety, plain and simple. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to think about. After hearing all this, what's the one rule you're most glad exists? Is it the fact that there has to be a dedicated quality team, or that every single batch has to be identical? What part of this system gives you the most confidence in your medicine?
If you found this helpful or want to stay updated when this regulation changes, subscribe and support the channel. And if you need the full technical details on this CFR, click the link in the description below. See you next time.